Hey, what's going on guys, it's Dark here, and today I'm bringing you quite a special video, as exactly 1 year ago today I joined NV. So on the 7th of May 2012 I joined as an editor, and my very first project was the trailer for Lad NV's Down Under. So this video, as you may have guessed, I'm just going to be going through all the edits I've done since I've joined, just seeing how my editing has changed since I started, and how I've improved. At least hopefully I've improved. But yeah, so the first one, as I said, was Lad NV's Down Under montage, and this was the trailer I did for him. He's actually in phase now, most of you'll probably know, so I guess it's quite good. It's quite good that I did a big montage for someone who's now in phase. Some people said to me about, like in my Q&A, someone said, how does it feel knowing that I've done a montage for somebody who's now in phase? And this is the actual montage now. I didn't really like the edit. Well, I did when I made it, but now I can see how it didn't come out very well, really. There were quite a lot of comments actually saying how you could barely see anything on the edit and all sorts. And the border, which actually got quite a lot of hate as well, I didn't actually make. So yeah, overall I thought this was a really good edit at the time. I don't know, I added some nice effects and I thought it looked really nice, but lots of people didn't really like it, so guess it wasn't the best first montage for NV. But I don't know, it was fun to edit at the time. I like the music I used, and I like the structure of the edit, so I like how at the end it ends with that really epic trailer song. And I don't know, I just really enjoyed editing it. I added in some quite strange effects like the one with the phone I did, and I'll link every video as an annotation while they're playing, and they'll all be in the description as well. So if you haven't seen any of them, any edits I've done recently or in the past year, then I recommend checking them out so you can see how bad I was. Okay, so the third edit I did for NV was actually an edit for myself. It was Fear the Dark #1, which the clips I used were actually quite good, most of them. I had a couple of 5 on screens, and I think I might have had a scrolling 5 or so, plus a few longer streaks, so it was quite good clip standard for NV, because I think after June or so I just went like, well, I didn't really go crazy on clips, but for me at least I did. I was hitting like 1 5-man on screen a week. I mean, even for me now, because I haven't even hit one yet on Black Ops 2, I was hitting like loads of good clips. So I thought I'd put them all into an episode, because I don't know, I just thought I could reuse a clip from an episode in a montage, because obviously it's a different video in a way. I don't know, the way I thought of it is that I could put any clips in an episode and then maybe pick the best ones out of them to go in my montage. So that's probably why, if you watch my Superhuman montage, you'll probably see that I've used some of the clips in here. In fact, I think most of the clips were in here. But about the edit, just like the last one, I thought it was alright when I uploaded it. There were some effects in there that came out pretty bad, like the target on Baccarat. That even when I edited it, I thought that was a bit bad, but I don't know, I edited it in just literally over a night, and I think most of it was on Vegas as well, so yeah, it was quite a fast edit. Yeah, I only did it in a night, so it wasn't, I mean, at the time I didn't consider it to be like a really good edit. It was just something I threw together in a night, which I could get up on the NV channel, and I think the response on the NV channel was quite good as well. Some people liked the edit, but it wasn't amazing. But yeah, this was still my kind of After Effects and Vegas days, where now I just use After Effects for everything. And my next edit was an episode I did for AJ. It was his 3rd episode, and I did it to it was the rock, like a rock kind of style. I actually really like this edit now when I watch it. There's some really nice some really nice parts of it, like in the intro with the when it does the flashes and transitions into the clip. I really like that, and how the headshot I used next, I thought it kind of transitioned into that quite nicely. But only one thing about this edit I didn't really like much, and that was the color correction, because there was this quite a horrible blur around the side of the video, which kind of disguises the feed quite a lot on some of the clips. But yeah, I think this episode flowed quite nicely, even though this was a Vegas one as well. Like when I was watching this the other day to put this video together, it kind of, I enjoyed watching it again. I thought it was quite nice, so I might consider doing an edit in this, a similar style to this again, except I won't add in the random effects like the 5-man bit you just saw. Like it would just be nice and clean, but Vegas synced, and probably with the game audio and not like custom shots, because that's what I've been doing lately. And I don't know, it just looks nice to also watch these old videos back again, nice and clean. So the next video that I did was the Superhuman montage, which is also for myself. This, I honestly spent ages working on this. I think I started it before I did AJ's episode, and I was doing this intro bit, which you can see now, because this took ages. Honestly, it was ridiculous, like how long it took me. So it was quite detailed. That obviously I had to make the grid at the back, and then I had to animate all of that, and all of this bit here you're seeing now, I had to do all of that. I had to make the DNA strand. I had to keyframe every bit of text to transform from that weird kind of like offset kind of text to the actual text, if that makes sense. I had to do all of that, so it took me quite a while to do the intro, but people really liked the edit when it was released. I actually did a commentary over this edit as well, because obviously lots of people asked me how I did certain effects, and yeah, I didn't actually get many views that, but nor this really. But yeah, I thought it started quite nicely with the trailer music to kind of open up the montage in a really epic way, like how when the text comes up now, but it's a Superhuman, it kind of builds up to the start of the montage quite well, I think. And then obviously it breaks into drum and bass with weird target effects and stuff. And yeah, it got quite a good feedback. Loads of people said at the time, they said it was some people said it was the best edit that they ever saw. And I mean, watching it back now, I don't think it's as good as my newer stuff. I think it just depends what styles you like. I know some people like to watch really like advanced kind of edits with like targets overlaid and stuff. So at this time I did used to do that on a lot of my edits, but I never actually used presets. I always used my own ones, because I know it's obviously quite frowned upon to use preset effects in your edits, so yeah. And like that effect there you saw, for example, where the guy goes invisible, that's just an effect that I came across by accident when I was doing an edit before. I think I had a stationary cinematic, and then the guy was running over on top, and I just keyframed the opacity and it faded out, and I thought I could use that somewhere else. And yeah, this, as I said before, that clip you saw was in Superhuman. But yeah, with some of these effects, I actually listed them, like ideas I had for the montage, because I wanted to make it like a really good montage for me. I wanted to add quite unique effects and have a storyline to it, which I have done, because as you could tell, it was like this Superhuman guy who had certain powers at the start, which you saw in the intro, and then like how you see halfway through where he goes invisible and then he flies, and at the end you see he's running out of energy and he drinks the can. Like that can was a pre-made thing, but I didn't just throw it on. I put it on with a voiceover, and added a few more effects to it to actually make it go with the video. Like if I just threw the can on just for no reason, it would be really irrelevant. But that's what I did there, and obviously here now it's just a little random effect with ticks and crosses for whenever I hit and miss. I just did lots of stuff like that then. I don't know, you either really appreciated this kind of edit or you just hated it, but I like it. I watch it still now quite often just because it's the most recent big montage that I've made, which I put a lot of editing effort to, so I did quite enjoy this. It was really fun to edit as well. But anyway, for the next video, it was an episode for exercise, and this was actually quite a scrappy edit. I didn't really spend much time on this at all because I did it at my other house. It's quite hard to explain, but I have, because my parents are divorced, I go to one of their houses on different days, and at one house I just have Vegas, so I just do quite a simple edit without really any effects or without any Twixtor. I don't think I used Twixtor at all on this. I might have done a couple of times because what I did was I slowed it down, and whenever I needed Twixtor, I had to take the clip on a memory stick to my other house and then just cut that bit like as Twixtor. Yeah, I did use a bit of Twixtor actually. So I had to Twixtor out one little section at a different house and then bring it back there to finish the edit. So it was quite, yeah, it's not like I could have just used Twixtor whenever appropriate. I just used it whenever I could, in a way. And obviously with cinematics, I couldn't record cinematics at the time I was editing because I didn't have the Xbox near me, so I had to put them all in the end, which I rushed because I wanted to get the video out. So in the end it just didn't really turn out to be that good of an edit. But yeah, Excise is a really good player. His clips are really good, and yeah, so for them I'm going to go on to the next video now, and it is an episode for Hazy. The first thing I'm going to say about this video is the colour correction, because I can notice it as soon as I watch it, and I say it was so different that when I added a glow it actually changed the colour of the text from red to yellow. I don't know why, but and on the black flash it's actually come up as grey, so that wasn't very good, that colour correction. But thanks to Kay, I managed to get a new colour correction, which I use most of the time now, because I've never been good at colour corrections. That's why even now the colour corrections on my edits are pretty bad. Yeah, I quite like the syncing I did on this episode. There are a few nice transitions in a way, like where they scopes in at the end of a clip and then goes to the next clips. Some of that I do when I do Vegas edits, and it's quite a nice style, I think. And the next one is my second Fear the Dark. At the time, this I think was my best edit when I put it up. I just really liked the way it flowed, and that motion track there came out quite nicely, because I was never really good at motion tracking, and if anything actually stayed put, then it looked really nice. And the animated hash also came out quite nicely. And then just the flow of the whole edit, I think it synced really nicely. The song was pretty good, and it just turned out quite nicely. Once again I used some decent clips, and some of the clips that I didn't use in my Superhuman, because I don't know why I didn't use my good clips in Superhuman, but yeah, there were quite a few clips that I had for Superhuman which are much better than the ones I used, but I just didn't use them because they weren't very appropriate. Like, they just didn't really fit in that part of the song. So that's why the clips in Superhuman aren't that good. I just used whatever synced well, and like if they had misses or anything in. Yeah, I used some scrolling 5s. I think I used a 5-man on screen in this. Yeah, it might have been the 5-man on Dome. No, I didn't actually use one. But yeah, I thought the clip was quite nice in here. It was quite a different edit because it had a hardcore kind of style in the middle. which people seem to appreciate this edit as well when I uploaded it. I mean, it was a lot different to what I usually do. Had some different effects which I hadn't used before. This thermal clip I actually really liked as well. It was really fast and it just came out really nicely. But yeah, this is one of my favourite edits to date still. I just like the way it flowed. So the next edit is the montage I did for Heaven and Hell. It was called Angels and Demons, and I really like this edit as well. I know I'm just kind of saying that for like all of mine, but some of them I did really like and some of them I didn't, but I thought this flowed really nicely. The first few minutes of this montage I thought came out really nicely. Like the this first clip or two, it sort of transitions and syncs really nicely into the next clip, and it just, yeah, it was quite good to edit. Heaven and Hell, both amazing players, and I really enjoyed editing their clips. I think it was about September when this came out. It was, no, it wasn't. It was, I think it was just before. Yeah, it was just before Black Ops 2, because I remember they had trouble with getting some clips, and Hell did especially, so I think he reused some of his clips for this. But we wanted to, they wanted to get something out before Black Ops 2, because obviously we couldn't upload a Modern Warfare 3 montage when Black Ops 2 was out, so I was kind of pushed for time to get the edit finished, I guess. But I had to wait for them to get some more clips as well, so I edited this over a month or so. But this was a whole After Effects edit, and I think it came out quite nice in the end. Some like there with that cinematics, some really nicely synced cinematics, and yeah. So I think I'll move on to the next one now, which is the Envy Mixtage. This would have been just before Black Ops 2, because yeah, we were getting out mixtages just to prepare ourselves for Black Ops 2, just to go back to other cards. And I edited the second mixtage. Mamba edited the first one, and then he joined Envy just after. But the clips in this were really good because it was obviously it was a mix between all of the cards. And I used a few of my clips in here because they weren't actually used in Team Taj 2, which I was quite disappointed about that, but I used them in here, so it was alright really. And this was a full trailer music edit, so it had quite an epic feel to it. Tried to make it go quite fast and just look quite nice overall. And I kind of liked how the edit came out, but there were some bits where I don't think flowed very nicely, and there's some bits that came out quite warpy. And for example, that last clip by Lad, I thought that blurred too fast, and I think I was quite pushed for time on that one as well, so I couldn't really change a lot of things. So there were a lot of things I could have changed on this edit, just to make it flow a bit nicer and maybe change some of the colour corrections. But yeah, so the next edit is the Envy Black Ops 2 Team Taj 3, which I edited. This edit I don't think was that good, but the response was pretty good overall. We did this, I think it was December the 23rd, I think, or it might have been the 19th when it was uploaded, but the clips were really good. We've been getting some really good clips for our Black Ops 2 Team Tages. And we had the third Team Taj out by December, which was quite good. So that was obviously 3 in just over a month. But yeah, the edit I did for this, some parts were really nice. I think like this clip you're seeing now, I thought that flowed quite nicely, and the effect I did with the headshot on this clip, where it actually dropped down onto the clip and not onto cinematic, I thought was a bit different. But there are also some parts where it kind of it didn't really look very clean, like that clip with Tasmos. It just went a bit too fast. But overall, it was an alright edit. Not my best edit, but yeah, it was alright, I guess. So the next edit was my best of 2012 montage. At this time, I was still using Cinema 4D for text, so that's why the text does not look very good. But now with Element, it looks a bit better. But this was a compilation of all of my best clips I hit over the year. They were all actually past June though, because if you've noticed, every clip has the name Dark NV, so obviously it was from May onwards, but I don't think I hit any of them until June. But it was quite a good montage, I think, with clips. There wasn't that much variety to it, but I don't know. I had quite a few, like five man on screens or something, and some nice scrolling clips, like this bootleg one. And yeah, it was quite a nice edit, I thought. The song I really liked at the time, so I decided to use it. And yeah, lots of people like the song as well, but I just quite liked the edit in general. It was quite clean, quite slow. It's kind of a different style, because mine are usually quite fast paced. But yeah, so I'll leave that edit as it is. Just click the screen if you want to watch it, because it is my most recent actual montage. So the next one I did was Optic Wax's favourite clips of 2012, which I quite enjoyed this edit when I edited it. I edited it really fast, it was like 2 days or something, but I thought it came out really nice. The syncing I thought was one of the best syncing I did in my edits. Flowed quite nicely. The song I thought was really nice as well. But his clips were really fun to edit too, because they were quite good, and there was a lot of variety. Like a lot of them were switch feeds with red guns and snipers, and I didn't edit red guns that much, so it was different to my usual edits where it's usually just snipers the whole thing. But yeah, I think it's the best rock edit that I've done. I thought some of the effects I put in, like some of the glows, looked quite nice at some points. I think that little red colour curves came out nicely as well, and I just thought it was an overall just nice edit. I thought it was nice to watch after I did it, and it was fun to edit. My entry for FaZe Meek's editing contest was the next edit I did. I didn't actually get anywhere in this contest, but I thought the edit I did was really good, and I'd say it's either my best or my second best edit that I've done to date. And I don't know. I don't know what most people thought about this edit, but the feedback I got was really good. But obviously I didn't get anywhere in the contest, so I don't really know if it was actually that good. But I thought the build up to the first beat was quite good with the 5-man on Havana, and I synced pretty much as well as I could. I thought there weren't any shots that were offbeat or anything, and I did use some quite different and fast-paced effects, like where it quickly turns here and it just a really harsh kind of screen pumps. I'm just watching it as I'm commentating over it, but some of the screen pumps I did, how like harsh they were after the shot, sort of gave it that nice epic feel, I thought. And the gun sync I thought came out quite well. But yeah, anyway, that's all I can say about this edit. I think this is my best edit so far, or one of them, maybe my second best, but I really do like this edit. So for the next edit was an episode I did for Rep. This episode I barely had any time to spend on it. I was so busy with schoolwork at the time, so I didn't really put much effort into it, but I think the response it got on the NV channel wasn't too bad. I don't think there was any comments saying how the edit was bad, but obviously there just wasn't any that was saying it was good. But I probably spent like maybe like 3 or 4 hours on it in total. But I know some of you might think that's a lot. I don't know how much time you will spend on your edits, but I probably spend a good 50 hours or so on a good edit, or probably more than that, to be honest. I don't know. They take a lot of time and effort, especially when using After Effects, because you have to render out RAM previews and stuff, and all the waiting you have to do just takes a long time. But this was actually on After Effects, this edit, because as I said earlier about when I did Sony Vegas edits at my dad's house, I downloaded the trial of After Effects when I was there this time, and I think I installed just Twixtor. I don't think I installed Twitch or anything, but yeah, so I synced it up all there, but left out the colour correction and the cinematics, and just threw them on one night when I was at my mum's. And so yeah, that's why the cinematics don't look very good. They don't really flow very well. They just I didn't apply any rotating effects or anything to them like I usually do. I just left them as they were. But yeah, the response was alright, so I guess it wasn't too bad really. But the next edit I did was a team targe for the Team Vitality. This was actually a paid edit, but I really enjoyed editing it. Their clips were quite amazing, so it was really fun to edit, because I really enjoy editing good clips. Not necessarily just because they're good, but because if there's more shots, if there's like 5 or 6 shots per clip, you can do a lot more with them. Because quite a few clips were like that, I could sync it up nicely, and it's a bit more flexible. Like so, where I put cinematics, I could choose a bit more easily, and where I put each clip, because there was a bit more of a variety in the number of shots in each clip. And some of the effects I did in this I actually really liked, like that cinematic on the resistance clip. I thought that flowed really nicely and just came out quite nice in general. And on I think the start of the second song as well, so the syncing I did on this first or second clip I thought came out really nice. But this, I would recommend watching this if you haven't, because it's one of my best edits. I reckon if the entry I did for Phase Meeks isn't my first, then I'd say maybe this or the NV Team Targe 8, which you'll see in a minute. But yeah, I'd recommend watching it if you haven't, and check out the team as well, because they're such a good team, so I would recommend checking them out. Okay, so we are at the final edit of this year. It was the NV Team Targe 8, so quite a good montage to end on, I guess. I put quite a lot of effort into this video because I wanted to get it looking really nice. I thought for this edit I would get it to look like really nice. I wanted to get it to be my best edit, so obviously it's for NV, and I knew I was going to do it as trailer music, and I knew that my trailer music like edits came out quite nicely, I thought, so I thought I would try and make this one really good. And I don't know whether I did that really, because I'm a bit sort of skeptical about this montage now. Well, when I was editing it I thought it was coming out really well and it's going to get a really good response, but I did notice that there were quite a few comments saying that they didn't like the edit. So whenever I get a comment like that, I just I wouldn't be able to call an edit that had a bad response like my best edit, because the edit I did for Meek's contest, there wasn't a single comment that was saying it was bad, but on this there was well, I don't know how many there were really, but there weren't so many comments saying how the edit was good, but there were a few, like maybe 3 or so, that said they didn't like it. So I don't know, you'd have to tell me in the comments what you think about this edit. If you think this edit is my best one so far, just tell me. It would actually be interesting to know what you guys think. just let me know in the comments what you think my all-time best edit is. It could be one from this video, or it could be just one that I've done before I got into Envy, because I know the edit I did that helped me get into Envy, that got a really good response from my own subscribers, and that was quite a different one, and I thought that was good at the time. But just, yeah, let me know what you thought was my best edit. And this edit, as I said before, I did really enjoy how it came out, despite the fact that a few people didn't say they like it. I thought it synced quite nicely, and well, I synced well, I think, wherever I could. But I guess I may have used Twixtor quite a bit too much. That's why I know someone commented saying that there was too much Twixtor. I don't know whether that's whether like you can have too much Twixtor though, like whether it looks bad to watch that much Twixtor, or whether they just noticed it and just said that's why they didn't like it. But this clip, for example, I thought synced really nicely, and then the cinematic after with the perfectionist motion tracked, thought that was a nice effect that I did. And throughout the video I added some nice subtle effects which I thought made the video look a bit better. With the music as well in this edit, I really liked. A couple of people said it was quite repetitive. I don't think they were in the comments, but just some real life friends that watched the video, they said the music was a bit repetitive, but I really liked the songs. This song that you're hearing now, Mark Petrie, Grand Old Flag, I did this was in the edit I did for Vitality as well, but I thought the edit came out really nice in there. I thought I would use it in this video because more people are going to be watching this montage, because Snipers MV have had 30k subs, and the montage was going to get about 30,000 views, so I thought why not recycle a song, because if it came out nice last time, maybe it'll come out nice this time. But it didn't come out as well as I hoped, this part of the video, but yeah, I thought it was quite nice overall. I thought it synced well, and yeah, that comes to the end of my video, I think. So it's been a whole year, and I've done all these edits since. I think I probably average one edit maybe every 2 or 3 weeks. But we're going back to this again. I thought the end of the video, like the start of this song, I thought this came out really nicely as well. But whether or not it was hard to watch, then you can let me know about that. But I just enjoyed it personally. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this next year in MV I can bring you more edits and better ones. I take requests for edits. If anyone says they would rather me do some rock edits or drum and bass edits, I'll do whatever. I'm open to changing my style, or at least testing it for some edits. But I don't actually know whether people prefer rock or like epic or D&B edits generally. It'd be good if you guys could let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. I don't even know how long this commentary is, but it's probably quite a while. So yeah, thanks guys, and I'll see you soon.